average kind of scholars in a world of mystery and sacred altars. Together we will make it through. Together we will find the truth. Class is in session and with zero direction, we're gonna pass the test. Draconic aggression and ghostly possession, college really is the best. The odds are stacked against us, and our GPAs should not be discussed. I promise I will educate until I graduate.
Okay, so morning comes and the ship begins to take off as Captain Esteban and Rodrigo comes down to the piano and starts playing along a jolly song. And Marcus sits next to him and watches out into the distance for any sign of trouble. Wheeze is running about, making sure that everything is loaded, checked, ready to go. Flurry is climbing up the ropes and making sure all the rigging is in check as you guys begin to make your way towards the terrifying storm off in the distance. This is the point where you can either prep spells or come up with a game plan or do whatever you want to do.
My spells are prepped. I'm good to go. But I feel like a game plan could be useful.
I don't think it's a bad idea to talk a game plan.
Zormash turns to you. As leader of the group, I recommend we split up.
The two groups split up?
Yes. That is my game plan. Because we need to get that book. And that book
Yes, we do.
is in that thing. So,
Yep.
one of us needs to hold off the octopus while the other goes in and retrieves it.
Yes.
And Castiel raises an eyebrow like, I didn't know he could put that many sentences together.
That's actually an amazing idea. What of us can move through the air? What of us can fly there?
Oh, Krem got this awesome cloak that she can use.
I do have a cloak. And I'm also great at stealth. Hence being a rogue.
I may not be good at stealth, but with the B team, I can move in that way.
I think you and the B team might be really, really amazing surveillance, but I don't like the idea of sending two of you in there alone, or even really one of you in there alone as far as flying. Is there like I turn to whatever the captain's name is, I forgot.
Captain Esteban
Captain
Rodrigo.
Escobar.
Escobar. I turn to him and I say, Captain, is there a rowboat or something that we can use as like a dinghy to carry part of our party one direction while the ship is misdirection in another?
Unfortunately, we do not have that. We're searching for broomstone, which we do not have much of, frankly. So I'm having to use my secrets to fly this ship.
Okay. Okay.
Understood.
I that pause is canon where I just look at him and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea of splitting up, but I don't know how we can do it safely.
Zormash, do you want to be the group that charges the enemy?
I have no idea. I think that we should either keep our teams as they were prior to entering in order to have good team... What's the word I'm looking for?
Cohesion?
Chemistry.
And Castillo has to chime in with chemistry, and you guys go ahead before he does. Yes, chemistry. Or we could split the group up depending on how we think they'd be best fitted for the mission. He kind of looks at the group and nods like, yeah, yes.
I look to JD and Marion. I can get, I think, 2 of us in. Actually, I may be able to get all 3 of us in, depending on how close we can get beforehand.
Sounds good to me. And Krem can fly in.
So you want to go inside?
Krem, would you
Yes?
mind handing me the talisman?
What talisman?
The talisman that like lets you shut off the magic of the book.
Oh, I have that.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
that?
I do like a little coin run over my fingers.
Krem slides a dirty glance at Jesse.
Yeah, here you go. I just flip the coin to you.
Can I
Thank
try
you
and
so
catch
much,
it?
man.
Make opposing dexterity checks. Why not?
No, not dexterity.
Yes, dexterity. Dexterity checks.
Spencer's looking at his dice.
Yeah, you know what? It didn't matter. It didn't fucking matter. I got a 6.
Natural 20 plus 4, that's a 24.
She's been waiting this whole time just to steal it back from you. Like, it's been the
So
back of her
Krem
mind.
snatches it out of the air.
Yeah, no. He goes to flip it, and I see it like Mr. Krabs when he sees money, and like narrow my eyes onto it and snatch it like a cat, like a wild animal.
She's been smelling the
Snatching
coin the whole
food.
time.
Krem, like, very impressive. Would you mind if I did the honors this time? And he gives her a look that says this is more serious than glory.
Krem doesn't do this for glory.
It's a look. It's not a phrase. He's like, this is meaning beyond me just wanting to do
Only
this.
if I get the next one.
He reaches out his hand and shakes hers, and he's like, deal.
Can I roll insight to see if he's lying to me?
Absolutely.
You can, yeah.
And if you don't want to tell me, you can roll persuasion or deception. Don't tell me what you're rolling, and just tell me the number.
That's
They're
a 4.
equal, so. Well, I got a 6, but it's enough.
It's enough. You can't tell.
Damn it.
One or the other. Who knows? You've never seen him really get this serious before, so it's kind of throwing you off.
I'd like that to be just like a glance between us that hopefully no one else sees, by the way. I don't know if that's sleight of hand or if that's even
I'll
a check.
give him the coin with like the tip of my finger pressing down into the coin when I place it in his hand. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And I'll be like, okay. With my eyes squinting.
He smiles. And he glances back at Jesse and he's like, ready to boot up those beetles?
I think I can get us all in there.
Zormash goes, okay, I have an idea on how to hold it off. At least for a little bit.
So, Zormash, the way I'm thinking about this is you and the rest of your squad, including Marion, can approach it from head on. We'll strike Team Alpha.
Oh, I can get, I think, all 4 of us in there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, strike Team Alpha is all 4 of us. Go in there to retrieve the book, with you taking the brunt of its attention and dealing as much damage
They
as
all look at
possible.
you and go, I think we can handle that.
JD grins like he's like, you know, those grins where people are like finally in their element, and he like I don't know if anyone else is like feeling nervous, but JD is purely adrenaline excited, ready to do this.
All right. I'm pumped. I'm ready.
How are we getting inside?
Krem, you can fly.
Where is the entrance hole of the octopus?
Where we saw the woman standing
It's-
in our first encounter with it.
In the beak, in like the mouth. It's like where all the legs are, like right in the center, there's like a beak on an octopus.
Okay, so we're gonna dive into its mouth
Yes.
to be eaten?
Yeah.
There was someone
Yeah.
standing in there, and we could see the book, so it's right there.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
So, okay. Bimley has a strength of 18.
That's pretty fucking
Okay.
strong.
Yeah?
How could 4 of them carry, like, could 4 Bimleys carry Marion, Jesse, and JD?
If you had 4 different Bimleys, they might be going at half speed, and I don't know. Marion might even be quarter speed because she has so much armor and she's like just muscly. She's dense.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. Yeah. You had 4 Bimleys carry you last time,
Yes.
so yeah. Okay. It's in theory it could work.
You could put 2 Bimleys on Marion and then 1 Bimley per JD and Jesse.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And then everyone's
Um,
moving at half speed.
Yeah, they could probably work at half speed, but you don't know how far you'd be able to go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Would 2 be able to get Marion
a
up to
shot.
full speed?
probably with a strength of 18. Well, we'll say 3/4 speed. Why not?
Okay, because I'll put the original Bimley and Bomley on Marion.
Mhm.
And then Bamley and Bemley will be carrying Jesse and JD.
All right.
And Krem has the cloak.
The cloak.
The cloak.
Where is the portal entrance that we came through relative to us?
Excellent question. That might be a question for somebody who knows about portals and stuff.
Oh, so I should ask somebody. Okay, I don't just know
Yeah.
that.
Actually, Brand.
I ask whatever the guy's name is. It's like Brahmin or something
Professor
like that.
Professor Bran.
Brand.
Okay. So you got the two
Professor
announcements.
Brahms.
Professor Brahms.
Heard.
Not my name, but portals generally stay within a relative distance of the tomes. So it should be around
Oh.
here somewhere.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, cool.
Amazing.
Just curious about like how, because like it was in the middle of nowhere, and then like we're gonna have to get back home after we get this book. I'm really confident about getting this book, if you can't tell.
Yes, I can see that.
JD grins at him. He's just like, I can't wait.
Heard.
All right. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let's do this!
Okay.
Combat music, go!
As Captain Esteban Rodrigo kicks it into high gear, he heads towards the storm. He presses a button on the side of his piano, and it flips over to be more of an electric keyboard, and it starts playing more like electro, like tech music kind of thing. And the top of the lid starts to kind of clap open as you guys continue forward. Make a perception check for me, whoever is like near that, or whoever wants to.
13.
13. Okay. So you, JD, see a similar glow to the tome within the piano
Oh,
Interesting.
as it kicks it into high gear and
Sick.
enters the storm. The winds are pushing at you with a speed you've never felt before. Lightning is striking all around you. Are you going to be above deck or below deck?
above.
Above? Okay. Who else is going to be above?
If we're getting ready to board an octopus, I feel like we'll be above deck.
I feel like all of us would be above deck.
All right, so you guys all go above deck, and you enter.
Do you
in.
have a
We're
map?
I actually do not have a map. I'm sorry, I
Okay.
don't have a map. What
No,
I
it's
have in
okay.
mind is way too complicated for a map. It's just
That's fair.
Heard.
No, it's okay.
it's
You're all
way
good.
too complicated.
If you had
so
to describe it, what is the area like?
I'm about to describe it. So you enter the storm. Firstly, I want you guys to make strength checks for me
No.
Strength check.
as the winds begin to push on you.
Rude.
Okay. Rolling strength. Oh, baby. Okay, that's a 5.
Oh,
5.
baby, a triple.
Okay.
That's an 11.
11. Okay.
That's a 6.
6. So
Wow, I have -1 to
Do-
strength and I rolled the strength.
Does the Beast team, do they help?
yeah, I'll give you advantage for that.
All
If
of
you want
us?
to help out the others,
Yeah,
you can.
Because
using
we're
the
all
heavy
already
wheels.
like equipped with them.
I'm
Okay,
not.
yeah, you guys
but
can get advantage for that. Or except for Creme.
Okay, that brings me to 9.
Scuff.
But
That's a natural 1 from me, so it's just gonna
Okay.
be that 5.
So Jesse and JD, the wind pushes on you and you begin to lose your footing as the water begins to pour down on top of the deck. I want you to make dexterity saving throws to make sure that you aren't going to be flung off the side of the ship.
Oh, I'm just gonna do some of these in D&D Beyond now. Okay, that's an 8.
An 8. Okay.
let me see. Let's use this dice this time.
You also have Bimley attached to you, so it would be with advantage. So
Oh, so an 8 or a 16. That's much better.
12.
okay. So you both go like sliding towards the edge, and Bimley pushes with his wings, and he manages to push you guys back to your relative positions. So you guys manage to pass that. As you continue further in, the wind gets even stronger, and lightning begins to crackle all around you. I want you guys to make dexterity checks.
All of us?
Yes, all of you, to see if you can avoid this lightning. I don't think Bimley is going to be able to help in this situation. It's more of like just kind of noticing your surroundings and seeing if you can get out of the way.
17!
Damn.
That's the first successful dex check I've ever made, ladies and gentlemen.
Ayo.
That was a nice little 8 for me.
Ayo.
That was a
8.
9 for me.
Okay. Natural 20 for Marion. Okay. Marion rolled natural 20. She, natural 20, I feel like she gets something for that. She's going to point
Maybe she could help one of us.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to do. Yeah, she's going to hear the crackling coming from the sky, and she's going to yell, "Get out of the way!" And she is going to give, I guess, she's close to, let me look on the map. She's going to be close to, let's just say, Krem. So, Krem, you're going to have advantage on this.
So roll again.
So, roll again.
That's a 13.
13. Okay. So, you barely, with Marion's help, managed to avoid lightning
Ooh.
cracking down onto the ship.
Good.
So, yeah, you, JD, managed to pass this. Jesse, you do not.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are going to take 2d12 lightning damage.
That's fine.
Whew.
I have
But
resistance.
you have resistance, so that helps.
Ah, I didn't. I
You
would have
did
taken
not.
the full brunt of that force. Thank
Yes.
you, DM.
I can take
Do
it.
you want me to roll it, or do you want to roll it?
You can roll it. I trust you. I trust you to roll
You should
low.
not have done that. I got a 2 and a 12. So you take 14 points of lightning damage, half, so 17. I mean, 7. Not 17.
Half to 17.
Yeah, math. So yeah, you take lightning really as it hits your staff, and basically you start to glow a bit brighter than you did before poofing. And Bimley actually is probably going to take damage from that too. So he's going to take 7 points. Well, he didn't eat the meat, so he's going to take 14 points of lightning damage.
I'm going to use one of my invocations. Yes. When the familiar takes damage, you can use your reaction to grant it resistance against that damage.
Oh shit, so he only takes 7 points of damage?
Yes, and I believe that the Bimley update that you gave me puts his health to 8.
Yes, it does. So he has 1 point in health point.
Hell yeah. And this one is Bentley.
I like to think he gets hit, and he just, like Wally in the montage where he's like, has the umbrella up. He makes that same noise as he gets struck by lightning, but manages to brush it off.
Oh yeah.
You guys have managed to weather the storm, literally, and I would like you guys to make perception checks for me.
Perception.
Or I guess investigation if you're looking for something in particular. So investigation.
I like perception better. Is
I
it
like
okay,
investigation.
I'll let you do
Investigation.
what you want because that could be either one.
21!
21.
I got 20, but dirty.
20.
God damn, I got 5.
Okay.
I can't roll.
I'm sorry, Jesse.
Jesse
We're
didn't
getting all
drink coffee
the-
this morning.
All the rolls out of the way.
Yeah, I'm saving them.
So you are looking around for this giant octopus. You see the storm just blowing all around you. Like, there's no possible way we're ever going to be able to find this thing. And then all of a sudden the wind stops. And you realize now that you are in the eye of the storm. And you look all around you, you can see the wind spinning and cycloning around. And you look down, you can see it's blue right down below you that leads to like a normal sky. And that's weird. You look above you and you don't see the same thing. You only see darkness. But there's like some sort of moon there. And then it gets bigger. And then it just gets a bit bigger and it gets bigger. And you realize...
Guys, I'm not an astrologist, but that doesn't look like a moon.
That's no moon.
You realize now that that is the beak of the octopus. And the octopus shimmers out of its camouflage, this gray camouflage, and descends directly on top of the ship down onto the mast. where its beak is chewing on the mast as it comes down. Its tentacles wrap around the bottom of the ship, and it begins to crush the ship.
Alpha
So let's roll
Squad, go!
initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Rolling for initiative. I got a natural 20.
And I got a
Three
natural
nat 20s.
1.
Wow.
That is
Hey,
the
another
best
nat 20.
initiative roll.
Wow,
Holy
so it was
shit.
either natural 1 or natural 20, and all three of you got natural 20. I got natural
Yep.
1.
Marion
But
got
it's a
14.
5, because it's plus 4. So I got a 5, even though it's a natural 1.
Okay, let me write this down.
My initiative plus 0. Initiative's like dexterity, isn't
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby!
I'm sitting at 23.
This is why I hate dexterity.
This is why I love dexterity.
Okay, Jesse, you're up in the combat. Go.
I'm going to will all of the Bimleys, all of the B team, to start raising us upward.
All right, you start rising into the air towards the beak that's chomping down on the staff like it's a corn dog stick.
Hell yeah.
That's my imagery. That's my imagery, guys.
And I'm on the Bimley as well, right?
Yeah, you're being held up by a Bimley. Marion's being lifted up by a Bimley. Two of them, actually.
You get a Bimley. You get a
And
Bimley.
Krem is not. She has a cloak. All right, anything else?
No, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. You ascend up into the air, all of you, as you approach this chomping beak. How far can Bimley move?
40 feet flying speed.
40 feet. So you guys are right up about to enter its beak. We're going to say you're not there quite yet, but next round you'll be able to go inside, maybe, into this thing.
Perf.
Okay. So a round of combat passes, and then we go.
So, yeah, now JD, you're up. What do you want to do?
I guess so it sounds like they're fighting the octopus, and we're trying to go inside and fight who we think is in there because we believe that somebody's in there.
Correct.
So, I guess right now the only thing I do is cast my spiritual weapon. So, we're riding into the sky on the backs of flaming beetles, and JD unleashes arcs over his head, his hands pulling that handled whip from his back, his other hand, as it fully extends, and he cracks it in the sky as thunder and lightning crashes around them, and they fly into the heart of the beast.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I hit cast on D&D Beyond to make sure that I use my 3rd level spell.
Marion's going to look at you and go, now? Do I do it now?
No!
Okay.
What's going on?
There's a symbol! There's a symbol!
Okay, just checking.
Why is-
Okay.
JD, why is there a symbol?
Don't worry about it, Jesse.
She is going to...
Creme face palms, like palm to face, like,
Full.
really?
Who has the lowest AC?
Probably me.
What do you mean?
Probably me.
I have really good AC, actually.
I have a 15.
You-
I have 14.
15? She's going to cast
I have 19.
Shield of Faith on you at first level.
Oh, dope.
So
Okay.
you have plus 2 to your AC.
Oh, thank God.
So you're now at 16, which is the same as Marion.
Dope. Okay.
And she just kind of yells out, "I'm here to help you, remember?"
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
All right. Krem, you're up.
Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna put on my cloak in a fashion manner and start to fly with my my new like pirate sword in one hand. Like just ready. But I can I'm at normal speed, right?
You can move 60 feet with this cloak. So you should be able to go, like, if you manage to make it past the beak, go directly up into the octopus.
Well, I don't want to go in there without everyone. So I'm just going to like fly to where they are and kind of like hover with them and move with them.
Okay.
Does that make
Do
sense?
you want to make an attack while you're up there, or no?
I'm not attacking. My mission isn't to attack. My mission is to be stealthy and get the tome.
So, what happens next is the other group's team goes, and Zormash turns to Saran and he goes, "Give me the key." And she goes, "Are you sure? We aren't going to be able to get that back." He goes, "Give me the key." And he goes up to his top part, and he puts this key into the air, and he turns the key, and the frat door appears from the party.
Oh my god!
And he puts down these stone steps on the front part of the door, and Zormash walks through the door, and you see Zormash begin to grow. First,
Oh,
he goes from a medium to huge,
Yes!
then huge to gargantuan. And Zormash begins to grab onto the octopus and grapple with it.
Oh,
As
fuck
he is now
yes.
Oh,
even size with this octopus.
This
And
is
you just
the
hear him go,
coolest shit.
"I told you I had an idea."
This is
JD's
amazing.
eyes sparkle, and he's like, "Zormash, hold its mouth open. We're going in, buddy."
Castiel's looking up this like, "Holy shit!" And he's basically grappling this thing. So he's gonna make a grapple check against it, and that's gonna be like the group turn. They all helped him do this. Oh, that's dexterity. He doesn't need to roll dexterity. He needs to roll strength. Nat 1. Okay.
Is he raging?
So
Is he raging?
he would be raging. So yeah, he would have advantage.
Big advantage.
16. Let me pull up the octopus stats real quick. Yeah, no, you saved his ass. He was about to be wrapped up in those tentacles. Oh no.
Thank God.
Yeah, so it's gonna make an opposing strength check. So he rolled a 16.
Yeah.
This thing is also very strong. It has +6. So we're gonna see how this goes. It rolled a 2. So you see Zormash start to grapple and hold on to this thing and hold it in place as you guys begin to enter its beak. So yeah, make some... what check is this going to be? I guess... I'm just trying to, like, this thing is snapping and, like, trying to eat at things. I'm, like, getting through into it's going to be a challenge.
Is Zormash holding it open?
Make a...
No, he's
Or does
grappling
that help
it.
us?
He's grappling. He's make. I'll give you guys a lower DC. I don't think that gives you advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys have to. Let's say
For dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity 10.
Dexterity 10. Okay.
Rolling. I got a natural 20. Wow.
Natural. It's so many nat 20s.
I've gotten all natural 20s in this fight.
Holy shit! Your plan's gonna work. I don't know what it is, but.
So, how close are we?
19.
How close are we to the octopus's mouth?
Very close. You're like right up. It's like a sort of like a garbage disposal, but just one layer.
So
And you're,
are
like,
we
right,
within?
like, about
we're within like
5 or
10
10
feet.
feet from it. Yeah,
Has Marion rolled yet to get through?
she has not.
Okay. I'm gonna fly over to her, and I'll do this as like part of my turn, if we're going back up to the top.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grab her shoulder. The 3 Bimleys are all gonna start flying through, and I'm gonna cast Thunderstep and shoot us up into the mouth.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Easy enough.
And if
She
we're
doesn't have to roll for that.
really close to it, is that a Constitution save for the octopus?
It would be, yeah. So it's gonna roll Constitution. Let's see if it can roll better than a 2 last time. It has +6 to Constitution, so we'll see. Yeah, 21. So
Okay, that's still a little bit of damage. That's fine. Where is Thunderstep? I just wanted to make sure everyone got through, rather than
excellent.
risk 2 more rolls.
Leaving someone behind, yeah.
Exactly, because if one person got left behind, and if the octopus got the bite on them, the Bimleys might disappear, and that fucks everything.
Yeah.
Okay, that was 8 plus 5, 13, 16, so that's 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Got it. Okay, so you guys all enter into a dark, basically stomach of this thing. You can hear the sound of 3 heartbeats, all beating at once.
I will.
So it is like a cacophony of different noises in
I
there.
won't let it happen.
In the darkness, you see this glowing purple and pink book.
Gwen does have dark vision. I want
She
you to
does.
know
Everyone
that.
has dark vision. Everyone has dark vision.
I'm
in
just
this
trying to
party.
set the scene, okay?
Go.
For
Sorry,
a normal
sorry.
person, a normal person would see this. I
We're
know you
aware
all
that
have
it's
dark
We
vision.
just can see.
I know
We're
you
aware
all
that
have
it's
dark.
though,
Yes,
so-
yes.
Yeah. Set the scene. Set the scene.
So in my mind, this area looks like the inside of, you know, in the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, they go into like the big like storm they have, and there's like that food maker attached to like a thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Am I pulling a really big reference here?
Yes. No, I know.
No,
what
I
you're
got
talking
you.
Like it's the end fight scene.
about. Mhm.
Yeah, so basically there's a hole beneath you, tendrils of octopus things coming down, holding on to this book, and
Ooh.
there is a woman who kind of has like a Jessica Rabbit like style dress, and she looks at all of you,
Okay.
and she goes, "Why, hello. I am Corazon, and you're gonna have
JD
an awfully hard time here."
JD cracks the whip. Any chance we can work this out with a conversation?
She kind of turns her head, kind of cocks it, like, thinking about it. I don't think so.
I figured. Who's up in
And-
initiative?
I'm going to actually roll this Corazon. It's back to the top of the initiative. You're up, Jesse.
Okay, I did use my action to cast Thunderstep, unless you're saying that time has passed through.
Oh, I was sort of treating that as, like, a group, like, check. So, like, let's just say it's your turn, but you don't have access to, like, an action
Okay,
in that sense.
perfect.
So you could do something that wasn't, like, an action.
Okay, I'm going to... So, did the 4 Bimleys make it through?
Yeah, they were able to get through, because you guys passed your checks.
Okay. And this lady's just standing in front of us?
Yeah, she's standing between you and the book.
Okay. B team, hold her down. And my 4 bugs are going to launch and try to pin her to the ground
Okay.
as a unit.
Okay. So make a strength check, I guess, with advantage.
Okay. They have... Is this athletics or strength?
You're trying to pin her down, so it'd be strength.
Okay. It's going to be +4 and D&D Beyond. I trust that more than my dice right now. So whatever I roll, it's going to say plus... Or it's going to have a +1, so just add 3 more to it. Okay. God damn, okay. Well, she's got to beat... She's got to beat a 10.
Yeah, so the Bimleys all race towards her. And as they do, 4 tentacles pop out of the ground and slap them into the flesh of the octopus, and all 4 Bimleys just disappear. I said it would be harder than you thought. If you really think you're going to earn my power, then you're going to have to prove yourself a little bit more than relying on someone else. And she just kind of looks at you.
Just silent shock. Do any of you look at Jesse? Do any of you look at Jesse in this moment?
Sure,
This
yeah.
is the most angry you've ever seen them.
Ooh.
There is rage.
JD. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just realized something, and that's gonna come into play later.
Oh,
But
no.
JD, is he close enough to touch her?
Actually, what did I say? You're probably about... The book, we're going to say, is 40 feet in the air from this point. From, like, where the beak is. and we're gonna say it's a tighter room, so we're gonna say 30 feet from the outside part. So she is kind of like in the air next to the book, about halfway down. So about 20 feet in the air, 30 feet towards the center. I'm gonna say you guys land about halfway, 15. Like I'm kind of drawing this out in my head. Sorry.
Oh man. So no, I can't touch her.
If you got up to her, you could.
I don't know how I would get up to, I guess can I roll a dexterity check using my spiritual weapon?
Yeah, you.
And like swing, like whip it into the ceiling into one of the tendrils and yank myself up into her.
I like it. You're like fucking Purple Hermit from JoJo.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody will get that reference, but yes.
I don't know that reference, but go.
I did. I got it.
You got that? Okay, good. Somebody,
Cultured.
yes. Thank you. Okay. It's pretty much exactly what you're doing. He has like a purple whip that's made of thorns, and he like swings around like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So-
Yeah, no, exactly that. And I'm trying to like, it's a spiritual weapon, so I can kind of control if it grows or shrinks to an extent. So I'm having it like shrink and give me momentum as it pulls me into her.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, make a. I guess. What's your attack roll? Like you make an attack roll with your
6.
6?
Plus 6 on my spiritual weapon. I rolled it just now. I got an 11 to hit.
Okay.
But I'm
11.
aiming for this tendril, not her, as I'm doing this.
Okay. So.
To just kind of get me closer.
Yeah. Are you trying to do an attack, or are you trying to do a?
I want to
movement get
touch
up
her
to
and cast a spell. I want to
Okay.
touch her and cast a spell. So this is a movement to get up to her.
Okay. We're gonna say add your wisdom modifier to move with this thing. I just put Purple Hermit in the chat for you.
Sick.
Because I
Wait,
really
so-
need to get that reference out. So yeah. So 11 plus your wisdom, which is plus 6, so 17. Okay, I'm gonna say that you're able to like pull yourself up using your spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And then you're trying to touch her, so that would be another attack roll, or is it like a spell?
It's not. It's a saving throw from her. If I can touch her. If I can touch her,
Okay.
the spell gets cast, and then it's a saving throw.
Yeah, so I feel like you're able to touch her. Yeah.
So I swing up, and I land like bodily on her. My feet, my knees wrap around her hips, and I land against her, and I pin my hands around her head, and I push my thumbs into her temples, and I say, "This fight will test your endurance," and I cast Curse again.
Okay. What do I have to
And
roll for that?
You have to roll Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Do you want to describe the image before I roll, or do you want me to roll?
I want you to roll, and then based on what you roll, I can describe a cool
Okay.
thing or a not cool thing.
She rolled a 6, so
She does not succeed. I think JD presses his thumbs into her temples, and 2 blossoms sprout there, and her skin changes hue slightly, and I can't do anything about this now, but like you can tell like a level of frailty has fallen upon her as her skin kind of crawls with different blossoming seeds and roots beneath the surface.
I like it.
And
Yeah.
then I'm assuming either I jump or she pushes me off.
So yeah, she I guess will push you off. Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna push
Dexterity
you
to try to
off.
kind of land that.
Yeah, acrobatics actually. Or
Acrobatics.
Well, yeah, athletics.
Let's do athletics. Okay, so you know what? So you saw both of those,
Yeah, I
right?
did. Yeah. Athletics makes more sense. You're not doing this really acrobatically. It's more of a reaction.
All right.
So,
So athletics was a natural 1, ladies and gentlemen. So I think I just, you know that I forget which character it is, but like I fall and my face like into the octopus and I'm stuck in there.
so yeah, you take 2d6 of fall damage and take 7 points of bludgeoning as you hit the ground. These flowers bloom. Or is it flowers or flower?
It was 2 flowers, 1 on each temple, as they kind of like sink
Okay.
into her brain and like her nervous system to kind of enhance pain that's dealt to her.
All right. They bloom out the side of her. and she kind of gives you a like annoyed smile, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marion looks at you. Now? Do you want me to do it now?
There's a hand sign, Marion.
Okay. And she's going to.
I'm actually I'm in the thing. I can't say that. She says that to my body, and I'm like,
She's like, I didn't see a symbol, and so she's gonna go and use her new weapon, the crystal blade. Okay, yeah. So she is just going to. She's gonna throw the sword. That's what she's gonna do, and she's gonna use one of the charges to get 1d8s, and she's even gonna pump a divine smite into it. Okay, so yeah, she's going to throw the crystal blade, and she holds up a hand and she catches the blade, and she inspects it. This is similar to my magic. Must be an offshoot. Trying to heal from the suffering of others. I like it. And she's just gonna hold the blade. And Marion's gonna go, oh, I lost it already. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, I'll fix this. And she takes out her lance. She's gonna throw it.
Throws the lance
she gets 2 actions.
Yeah. At 11, she holds out like another hand and catches the lance. You really gotta stop throwing those. And she just holds on to the lance as well. I am sorry, guys. I am so sorry. And then she turns to you, JD, and she looks at you.
He's in the ground. His head is in the ground. She's looking at my ass as it's flailing around.
She's looking at your ass. Yeah. She looks at you. She goes, "You want to use me? You want to take me and be selfish? Prove you're better than your own volitions." And something like drips out from her foot and falls to the floor, this fleshy floor. And you see a tentacled version of JD pop up out of the ground. So, Krem, what are you going to do?
Shit, I don't even know what's to be done. Okay, explain the situation to me, because y'all said a whole lot of crap. What's actually happening right now?
I cursed her. She's a floating woman with a lot of malevolence who dripped out of her foot for some reason. A clone of me who you guys might be fighting now. Also, she has both of Marion's weapons.
And she killed all the bugs.
Oh my gosh, y'all are helpless.
I cursed her. I got cursed. She done been cursed. I just have no dexterity.
Heard. She's not paying attention to me, right?
You can make a perception check.
Well, I don't want that to be my move. I don't want that to be my role.
No, you can just percept.
That'll be a free action. Yeah.
That's only an 8.
You can't tell if she's looking at you, but you can tell that the tome says, Tome of Harmful Healing.
So if I were to fly straight up, my sword could go in between. This sounds so bad. Do you know what I'm about to say?
In between and
I think I
in
do.
betwixt.
Could I do that? Could that be something that I do?
We're not even gonna say it.
I assumed you guys flew up through the beak and then kind of landed off to the side, so you weren't like kind of in the air. So you're about like 10 feet up, but you could fly up and like attack her from below. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why not.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Are
you using the Buccaneer's blade? Or
yeah, I'll
what are you
use the
doing?
Buccaneer's blade because I like that one more. And I wish I had sneak attack, but I don't.
Did you give it any money before you went in?
I feel like that's something I shouldn't be able to retcon, therefore I'm not going to. So as of right now, there's no extra money in it, but it still does more damage than any of my other weapons. 9 plus 7, whatever that is. I think that's like 16?
16.
Yeah.
Okay, that barely hits. You immediately beat it.
So I'm gonna fly straight up and like, if her legs are open, that's where the sword is impacting. Does that make sense?
God bless. Okay.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Ooh.
So you're stabbing her right in the vagina.
Oh.
Don't use that word. It's a dirty word, Andrew. You're banned from that word.
And it's
Banned.
I didn't say
You're
pussy. I
banned.
said vagina.
Banned. Not allowed.
It's okay.
Gotta
I'm a
use-
woman. I'm allowed to hit her there.
You're allowed
Yeah.
to do your thing, but he's not allowed to say that word. He's not his word.
I'm just okay.
We have to like point to Kennedy whenever we need that said.
Yes. All right. Yeah.
So you hit her right in the
Blank.
And you did this
It's your
during International
word.
Women's Month. You did this during Women's Month.
No, isn't that February or is it March?
No, it was
March.
yesterday. International
February.
Women's Day was yesterday, and this is the International Women's Month.
wow day after. Can't believe it.
No, we celebrate the whole month.
Okay.
I celebrate women. They're great.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah. So roll your damage.
that was 7 damage. This is actually
7.
pretty good for
Yeah, it's not
2d4.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Because of the spot it was hit in.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's gonna react to that.
And then like as soon as I fly up and hit her, I'm just gonna fly back down or like use whatever movement I had left to move away.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and make this joke. You see a bunch of crabs start to fall out from there.
Okay, fair.
And tendrils of tentacles come out and try and grab you prior to you leaving, but you disengage. So, yep. Anyway, so end of the turn, we're gonna have a legendary action used. Yeah, you feel the floor start to like open up a little bit, and these tendrils wrap around every one of your legs. I want you guys to make strength checks for me.
I've just been using
Strength checks
D&D
is
Beyond. I got a 13.
13, okay.
Do I survive?
I got 17.
17, okay. Let me... She rolled a 9. So, Marion is restrained. What did you roll, JD? No, yeah, JD.
I got a 13.
13. Okay, you are also restrained, and Jesse, you are not restrained. You see these things come out of the ground, and you're able to break free of them in time before they restrain you.
And
And it is now your turn.
Okay, so these are tendrils that just like popped out of the ground?
Yeah, these are like octopus tentacles that came up and are wrapping around your legs and like suction cup you to keep you from moving.
Jesse is going to look up at the woman floating in the sky
Mm-hmm.
and throw his staff to the side and start walking towards her and say, "Oh, you colossal bitch," and cast Hex and two Eldritch Blasts her way.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
She now has disadvantage on all strength checks.
Oh.
And there are two just beams of this golden green eldritch energy flying at her.
All right. So
First is
you roll attack, right?
26 to hit,
26. Holy shit.
and 13. So only the first one's going to hit.
Okay. So this blast of Eldritch energy hits her, and like half of her face basically is gone as it incinerates by this Eldritch blast. And she's still kind of smiling while looking at you. And she says, sort of in a weird, like, half-face voice, "Oh, did those matter to you? Well, I'm so sorry. I got rid of them. Now, if you think you can come up here, take everything from me, and walk away like you're some sort of hero, then you're sadly mistaken."
That was 12 damage.
And JD, it is now your turn.
How do I get unrestrained?
You can make a strength check.
Okay.
Again.
Okay, I'm gonna make a strength check and try to do that. If I fail the strength check, do I waste my turn?
You'll find out.
Failed the strength check. I got a 5. So, what happens?
So, here's what happens. You spend your, let's Well, I guess no. We just try and break free of this. You cannot move, so you still have your action, bonus action, and you see the clone version of you walk up to you, and it is going to cast Spiritual Weapon and wrap around a like tendril thorn whip version of Spiritual Weapon around you. And can you make an attack for me on yourself?
What level did he cast it at? Just out of curiosity.
Good question. I guess
Because he would need to be at
cast it his
least.
highest
You would
level.
need to be at least second level. He's a mirror image of me. He would cast it at third level.
Yeah, he's gonna cast it at third level.
Wow, that's overpowered that she can create people like that. Okay. Rolling an
Yeah.
attack roll on myself. It hits, which is funny. Hey, fun fact, DM. This is the first time you've rolled an attack roll against me, and it's me rolling an attack roll against me. I've never had an armor class check until now. You've always used spells and
Yeah,
like
same.
saving throws.
Well, things are about to change.
Well, all right. So you hit me, and now am I rolling damage?
Yep.
Okay. There's that, and then it's 2d8, so it's 9 plus 3, 12 damage.
So yeah, you don't feel radiant damage attack you. You just feel these like mini tentacles start to burrow into you.
Oh man, that gets my like tryptophobia contamination fears. Nicely done. I still have my action, right?
Yeah.
I would like to say that I wriggle one of my hands out of the tentacles and blast a middle finger at him, and I cast where'd it go? Guiding beam into him,
Into your replicant
into my
version.
replicant version.
Okay.
Next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage thanks to the mystical dim light on him. I'm making it. Oh my gosh! Well, I don't hit me apparently.
You don't hit yourself?
No, I guess that tracks. That sucks.
You are your own worst enemy. So you see yourself smile, and the cleric in you who wants to heal everybody is mirrored in an opposite way as you feel like the power of this tome like amplified through this version of yourself. And you can tell now that this tome takes either damage from people or objects and heals themselves, or hurts themselves to heal others. You haven't seen that happen, like healing someone through hurting themselves yet, but you can just tell.
Wait, so it can heal other people
Because
by
of,
hurting
like-
themselves, or it can heal themselves by hurting other people?
Yeah, and you can feel this coming out through this clone version of you. So
Flowing
it's
from
it's sort of like the antithesis of selfishness,
Okay.
if you want it to be, or the antithesis of selflessness, if you want it
It's
to
whatever you need it to be. Okay, got it.
So, yeah, this version of you basically, I don't want to say catches the whip, but like moves out of the way of the whip in a way that you see yourself at your best. It's terrifying. So Marion's gonna try and break free of this.
I think it actually is a
Strength
really
check.
I think it's a really cool visual to like, because I don't need to hold the spiritual weapon to attack him, but I rolled a natural 1 on my attack, so
Yeah.
like I cast guiding beam and he slaps my hand away as he's approaching, and then I swing my rope behind him to wrap around his neck, and he catches it beside his face as the thorns dig into his hand but deal 0 damage because he's hurting me, and it just heals shut.
Yeah. So it's scary.
JD is
She
spooked.
did not break free of her thing. She is going to cast. Well, she has the AC thing up on you, and she has no weapons. So she's just going to produce flame on herself. And you see Marion get extremely mad and her entire body just starts to glow in a fiery flame, and she produces flame on herself. It's 21 to hit, so these tendrils take 15 points of damage as they basically turn into calamari or whatever the fucking thing is.
Right.
And they, calamari, and they shrivel up beside her, and she's going to use her movement to basically try and come and help you. JD.
Thank you, Marion. His eyes look at her pleadingly. He's genuinely afraid.
She turns to you, JD, and she goes, "Oh, I see. Oh, God of endurance. Let's see how much you really can." And the version of you looks at you with a murderous rage. And another thing drips out beneath her foot. And Jesse, you see a tentacled version of yourself.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
It is now Krem's turn.
She's still flying in the air, right?
Yeah, she's still just where she was
Has
previously.
anything happened to her?
No, I don't think anything has happened to her.
I mean,
Other than you stabbing her in
The cooch?
the
Yeah,
vagina.
okay.
and you said that
Yeah.
her face got blasted off.
Also, yeah, and Jesse, not Jesse, yeah, fuck. Jesse, yes. You throw me off with JD and Jesse. Okay, Jesse, yeah, basically shot Eldritch Blast into her face. I can tell you that she's not looking well, but you know that she can heal herself. So it's only a matter of
Before
time
she does it again.
before she does it again and she stops using her turns to output a clone of you guys instead. You can tell that she either can heal or she's putting out something to attack you guys. So as this battle goes on, it's only going to get worse.
With the knowledge that I know JD isn't going to give me the coin,
Smooches, thanks for giving it to me.
I'm not happy about it. I'm going to last at the feet of the main bitch. Main bitch. And try to pull her to the ground.
And she has disadvantage on strength checks, right?
Yes.
Because of Hex?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, make, I guess, your attack roll, or have I been doing dexterity checks for that? I feel like I've been doing dexterity checks for your
Yeah,
lasso.
lasso's been dexterity for the most part.
Okay, so make your dexterity check then.
That's going to be a 15.
Okay, so her feats, her armor class is 16.
Would it just be
Okay.
contested by a strength check of
Yeah, I feel like that's what it
can
would
she
be.
resist? Yeah.
Yeah, so she's going to make a strength check with disadvantage. 19 on the first one, so be glad you have disadvantage.
Bless.
And then a 17 on the next one.
It's okay.
So, yeah, it doesn't... it gets her on her feet, and you try and pull, and it's nothing's happening. But you can still do something else, because you have, 2 up in fighting or something.
Okay, listen to this. So the rope still made it around her feet, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing as hard as I can into the back of whoever JD is fighting. So
Fighting
here's
me, yeah.
here's the
Okay.
vision. The rope is around her feet. I wanted to bring her down, but instead I'm going to hold onto the rope and swing like Tarzan with my feet up to kick the back of
Okay.
JD's clone.
Let me roll my clone's dexterity check. Let me do it.
Do you want to try and kick them out into the beak so they're
Yeah.
out of the area? Okay, yeah. So make a dexterity check for me.
This is
Ladies and
dope as
gentlemen,
fuck.
JD.
ladies and gentlemen,
Me
Fucking
or
what?
JD?
JD needs to roll a dexterity.
JD rolled an
saving throw, I guess.
18. Why is he better than me at everything?
So yeah, this
So does Krem just have
clone
to beat
version
that?
sees you coming. Well, actually, It's an attack roll, so I guess you would have to, or is it a dexterity check? Ooh.
That's up to you. I mean, it could be an
Does
attack.
Krem
That's my
have to roll
question.
against that? Is what the thing is.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
You're better off with the
The
dex.
question is an attack? It's not an attack in a sense. So I'm gonna say dexterity. Yeah, it's a dexterity.
Krem,
I'm
you're
gonna
better
get
off
off-
with the dex.
I'm gonna roll my real dice because I'm not liking D&D Beyond.
Actually, also, for JD's clone, I'm gonna use my last spell slot and I'm gonna Silvery Barbs him.
Nice.
Oh, as a reaction?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Awesome. So it has disadvantage. So I have to roll again.
Yes.
I
roll
just-
again, take low.
Or it doesn't have disadvantage, but I just have to roll again, even though I rolled twice. Yeah. Okay. One more time, guys. Third roll. Let's see how this goes. It was 18 and 17. Natural 20.
Okay, so it's just still take lowest.
Yeah, that's still though. That's
I
crazy.
rolled a dirty 20.
Yeah, so you won
That's
that.
still lowest though.
Yeah, you
you
won
won.
that.
You won that.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. JD, do you want to say anything to your clone to throw it off? Because it was going to get a natural 20, but it didn't. And I feel like you say something in order to keep it occupied.
What does your god think of who you're serving now? The man you've
Okay, I see
the
it.
man you've become. He's not the man that I am. Shame.
Fair enough. You swing through the air and you... it's going to make, I guess, a strength saving throw, but it has disadvantage on it because it is acquainted with the bitch. We're just going to call her that.
but I still kick him. Either way, I still kick him.
You still kick him. Why am I rolling so well? 19. Okay, so it manages to hold on to the edge of this beak, but it is not fallen. You look down below you, and the octopus squeezes again, and the ship cracks in half as the octopus and everybody else is fighting as best they can to keep it away. We're gonna have another check for Zormosh to see how he's doing.
If the octopus tries to make a bite attack, is it gonna bite the JD clone now?
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Also, Zormash advantage.
We'll do... Oh, Zor advantage, because it's raging, yeah. 13. Okay, we're on a roll for the octopus to see how it's doing. It's +6 to this.
Would it have?
But well, I guess it'd be disadvantage.
Okay, so everything
because
is
it's-
connected for the hex.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Because it's all like, yeah, it's really, yeah. So we rolled an 11, did not beat. Zormosh is holding this thing off for now, but the octopus is still trying to break this ship in half. Yeah. So, wow, lots of things happen. So you managed to kick him off. It's kind of like Indiana Jones, where like the cup is there and it's just kind of hanging on.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
That wasn't a good pull. I'm not gonna give myself that. That was not a good pull. So yeah, I had something happen. So yeah, the destruction of the ship goes up through the walls, down through the tentacle, and into the book. And she heals for... We're gonna roll, see how well she heals. A 9, so she gets a little bit of health back. You see that her face starts to reform. There's still a section of her head that's been like dented out, but she's getting better. And it's now your turn, Jesse. And you see this clone of you down below.
Okay, I feel like Jesse's starting to get back in mental state. The tendrils around JD right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast again, and I'm gonna try to shoot the tentacles off of him.
Okay.
That's gonna be the first beam. Okay. 23.
23, yeah, that... you're firing one or both of your...
I was just firing the first one, and I was gonna see if that took it off.
Yeah, so roll your damage.
Do I get the additional D6?
Because
Because of Hex.
if that's the thing that Hex does, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that is 12 damage.
Yeah, so you blast these tendrils off of it, and JD is free at last.
The next one that I'm gonna do is at my clone, and I'm gonna try to kneecap him.
You're just gonna kneecap him with your staff, or what are you gonna
No,
do?
no, with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh, with the Eldritch Blast. Okay, roll your
Like
Eldritch Blast.
I'm walking
attack.
and I'm actually gonna use my movement and put myself between my party and the bitch, and if like on the way over I can just one into the knee.
Yeah.
That is 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. So roll your damage.
Oh shit. That is 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay, you see this thing's basically left or right leg? Which one did you...
I'm gonna say the left leg because that's the one that whenever Jesse came into the university, that's the injured leg.
Okay, that leg gets blown clean off, and it has like little tendrils of tentacles that are small, kind of reaching out for like where a leg should be, and then from the ground there's tentacles reaching out to where it had connected in the ground, and it is still standing but barely, and it's trying to like get closer to you. We're gonna say half movement because of that.
Sweet.
But it also goes on your turn, and she goes, oh, this really shouldn't be the form it's taking then. And the tentacles shapeshift into the changing version of you.
Oh shit.
And
JD's eyes
It's a cheap
widen.
knockoff
They-
anyway.
yeah, they widen because JD hasn't seen the changeling version of you.
No.
At least you don't know that.
His eyes are reeling. His brain is reeling.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, actually, hold on. The clone version of you is going to cast silvery barbs on you for your attack against you
okay.
as a reaction.
Bet.
So you see more tentacles pop out of the ground as it holds out its hand
Also, does it
prior to this.
come in as me with like full spell slots?
It comes in as your current version.
Okay, so
So
when it
the
came
version
in,
that it came in as you summoned.
so when it
Yes.
came in, that was the only spell slot that it had.
It only had one spell slot for first level, or
No,
for
at all.
silvery barbs?
Only one first level slot.
Oh, okay. So it can either choose to do silvery barbs or something else.
Yes.
Okay, so it still has third level though, right?
No, I've used both my third level slots.
Ah, shit.
That was Flock of Familiars,
Okay.
and that was Thunderstep.
Oh wait,
Okay, it's still gonna use it, and then we're gonna see where it goes from there.
Perf.
are they copies of us right now?
They're copies.
They're copies of you when they were summoned in.
Yeah, and that would still hit, so I still blow its leg off.
Okay, just wanted to use silvery barbs because I've never used silvery barbs, and I want retribution.
Yeah,
Damn it.
get fucked on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
so
look.
it's gonna roll.
I'm gonna look into the clone's eyes and just say, "You're nothing but a knockoff."
Damn.
It's going to use Eldritch Blast against you. So can it roll two of those, or can it only roll one?
Yes, it would use 2 beams.
Yeah. So make your attack against yourself.
Okay.
It's struggling to do this, and it doesn't. You can tell it doesn't have as much health as you, but it has enough to do this.
Okay. That is a 12, which will... No, that's a 10, which will miss. And then the second one is 14, which will miss because of Marion's Shield of
The
Faith.
AC's Marion AC. Yeah. Marion looks at you with a smile. I told you.
Yeah, just shoot her a thumbs up.
And the Jesse version of you, or the changeling version of you, anything, is sour and angry. JD,
Yep.
you're up.
Hey, I've got a thing where I can like channel divinity and heal people, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking.
You're a cleric.
I'm looking for that thing and I can't find it. Hayden, can you help me remember what I do?
It is... Life
'Cause I can-
Domain,
Yeah.
Channel Divinity, Preserve Life. 5 times your cleric level, choose any creatures within 30 feet, and divide the hit points among them. So it would be 30, and you can give it to anyone that you want. That's
Can I give it to myself too?
Yeah.
Okay. So. I'm gonna heal myself for 15, and then I'm gonna give each of the rest of you 5.
I don't need any healing.
Then I'm gonna give myself 20.
I'm at full
Sounds
health.
good.
Haven't been hit.
How hurt are you, JD?
No, actually I'm gonna give myself math. I was at 32, so I'm gonna give myself 19.
Per.
And then
You. Can I interject for
yeah.
a sec? So you heal yourself, and Corazon looks at you. You're weak. You couldn't even beat yourself. You had to be saved by your friends. You don't deserve to use me. And she gets angry.
That's the silliest thing I have ever heard. If you think it's weak to lean on the people around you, then you're gonna fall farther than anyone ever has.
You're not selfless enough to help others, and you're not selfish enough to help yourself.
I swing my whip at her. Also,
Okay.
whoever, Jesse, you've got D6 of healing, and Marian's got 5. So everybody heals.
She has 5 points
Yeah.
of healing? All right, that brings her almost back to full, so that's fantastic.
I'm 1 off of full too.
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna roll damage.
And the 1d8 from necrotic stuff
Yep.
happens too,
Yep.
right?
1 second. She takes
Powerful
20
blow.
damage.
20
She
damage.
takes 20
Okay.
damage. I
Yeah.
wrap around her neck and rip against her throat and things and pull her down a little bit closer to me, and I assume that she tilts forward. And I say, by the end of today, you will understand why I follow the god of endurance and not the god of stealing.
So yeah, she rolled a 10. That's not going to be, I assume, a strength from your thing. So she gets pulled down towards you, and her form is being torn to shreds by these thorns. And the other version of you is going to try and make a, I guess, strength check to pull itself up at disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
So it tries to pull itself up, and as you pull her down, she loses concentration, and you see the tentacle version of yourself drop down and then get chewed to bits by the beak. So yeah, anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
I can't cast Bless as a bonus action, can I? I don't think I can. No, I can't.
You used your bonus action for
You're
your
right.
sacred
You're right, I did. Yup. That's all from that. I would like to say that, like, as retconning a little bit, as people got healed, there was a glowing red light that just kind of, with petals and vines slowly sprouting up around them in like a little quadra-planal thing, like 4 different spurts of vines wrapping around them and then sucking away cuts and scabs and scrapes, and then receding back into the ground and fading out.
Spencer, can I add to your word picture?
Yeah.
Because I have a, like, just how I pictured what you were saying. Like, you
Yeah.
put your palm into the ground,
Mhm.
and these, like, rows of thorns and vines just start flowing out across the floor.
Mhm.
And a vine shoots around each person healed and just, like, drags the thorns across wounds and closing them as it goes. Is that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. And he kind of leans into his own pile of thorns and heals himself, and then he looks up, changing the quip. He says, "You call me weak when you need to steal simply to survive? I just healed my friends, and I'm proud of how I do what I do."
She looks at you and kind of laughs. I think you misunderstand who I am. I'm not some random person who stumbled upon this book. I am this tome. And if you think you can come in here and rip me away and take me somewhere to be used and studied, it won't happen.
He raises an eyebrow. We'll see about that.
Marion's going to go over to you, Krem.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to use Sacred Weapon. on the Buccaneer's blade. So it's +2 to attack rolls, and it emits a bright light. And she goes, "Let's get that tome down." And she pulls out the Wand of Wonder, and she looks at you, JD, and goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't wait for the signal, but I don't have any more weapons."
No.
And she casts the Wand of Wonder.
Shit.
Because, like, that's all she can literally do in this
Fair.
situation.
Fair. All right.
76. Fireball shoots out of the wand, careens through the air, and collides with the tentacles up top.
This is the second fireball we've shot.
This is the second fireball this thing has made, and the book falls from the air. Yeah, it's going to be, we're just going to say in midair for now. But, Krem, it's up to you.
So
Can I? Okay.
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Is the book floating, or is there still something attached to it?
The fireball, which I could not have planned, I promise. It's detached the tentacles and turned them into calamari, and it released its grasp on the book, and it's falling out, like, down. It's not floating.
Then I'm going to fly to grab it.
Okay. Desperately, as a reaction, she's going to try and stop you from doing this. And I want you to make a, I guess opposing dexterity
Or
check as this...
can I offer something?
Go on, yeah.
Krim is some might say a gymnast. So in any way possible, whether it be like a flip or a cartwheel or a somersault or a back handspring, in any way possible that Krim has to do to avoid hitting or avoid her and get the book, she'll do this. Can I argue for acrobatics?
Also, doesn't she have a disadvantage on strength checks?
It's just strength, though.
This is I think a dexterity thing to see if you both can grab it quick enough. So
that is your acrobatics.
I'll give you acrobatic because you can do aerial acrobatics.
Yeah, you can.
So yeah. Okay, what'd you roll?
13.
Wow. Okay.
I had a 3 plus 10.
Hey, but she rolled lower.
Yeah, she rolled lower, and her dexterity is not as good as a rogue, so
Well, in that case,
I think you're able to grab
when
this
I
tome.
grab it, I'm going to, if I can, I'm going to fly straight towards JD.
JD's got he's flipped the coin into the air and he's caught it in front of him with one hand and he's reaching out with the other hand to grab the book from her.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's easy enough to do. I don't feel like you need to roll for that, considering you have her restrained with the
Yeah,
rope,
I was gonna say, do I still have her?
And yeah, you still have her in the thorns, and you pulled her down, and she tried to stop it, but she wasn't able to.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to move 60 feet. It was falling in the air. You guys are right there. Yeah, easy enough.
And I'll give it over to JD as soon as I get to him.
I slap the coin on the tome, and what happens?
Like before, the two sides of the coin open up, and from the middle, these bands of metal outreach and clamp tight around the book. And it begins to shut, and she's screaming out, "You can't do this! I was free! You cannot take me back!"
Our purposes are more important than yours.
Can I do something while she's talking?
Yeah, absolutely.
While she's like screaming at them, Jesse's gonna walk up behind, put a hand on the back of her head, and Eldritch Blast.
She's going to say, before you cut her off, "Maybe you are and then she gets shot in the back of the head. And you think she might have said, "Maybe you are selfish enough."
Somebody can roll insight on me if they want to.
13?
I'm gonna say you don't see it.
So,
Is the octopus still...
You see...
Okay.
The octopus is still alive, but it's no longer healing from this thing, and it's no longer like under the control of this tome.
Got it.
So it is like freaking out and like basically wildly throwing all around. You look down and you see something that shouldn't really be possible. Below you, you see the ship has been torn to pieces, but the ship is still being held together by musical notes and just, I don't know what the term is for music, the things that they sit on the musical notes, the lines.
The
Staff.
bars?
What's
Bars?
it called?
Staff.
The bars and the staff. Yeah, you see the bars holding and piecing together pieces of wood that people are standing on. And you see Captain Esteban frantically careening at the piano. And you see this tome start to fly out of this piano. And the magic travels down the ropes that are still connected. And Marcus is glowing a brilliant purple blue light. And his form is starting to just deconstruct.
I guess we jump back down to the ship.
Okay.
Like, can you summon the
So-
Bimleys again and we can fly down there?
I can't. They're gone.
I'm not
How
strong
far is the
enough.
jump? How far is the jump?
It has been chewing down the mast, so it's probably only about like 10 feet.
Oh, sick. Okay, that's doable.
Like it's like right on top of. Actually, no. I've been giving this description. It has been turned on its side, so you can see the piano, and this description makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So we just
Can I cast
jump out of the
message
mouth.
to Zormash?
Yeah.
I can say, Zormash, get ready to catch us.
Well, we're like right there, aren't we?
Is it?
The ship is basically in pieces.
Yeah, like-
it's right below you, but you're still gonna have to get past the beak. That's still chomping.
Okay, then can I ask Zormash to hold it open?
Yeah. He's going to make another strength check for you. And he has advantage because he's raging still. Natural 20. Let's go. Zormash just, like, reaches his hand into the beak and, like, pulls you guys out.
Sick.
With a 20. And he's just holding on to you. And now that you can see outside you see the crew basically trying to get as many of these brimstone crystals as possible from where the tentacles have, like, wrapped around and collided into it. You see Arcus frantically shooting his bow like it's a machine gun, basically. And Slaron is doing her best to use Earthbind to hold the ship together as best as possible. And Castillo is just swinging his sword around, trying to, like, hold them off as long as he can.
Does the octopus look like it still wants to fight, or is it kind of done?
It's just kind of it's freaking out.
Okay.
More than, like, wanting to fight you guys.
Marion, speak with it.
She goes, "Okay, it's mainly just been screaming, but I can try." She's gonna roll persuasion. It's a 12. It's not too bad.
Can I give her advantage?
How so?
I want to walk up to, if there's a tentacle that's like kind of still right now, and put a hand on it and put some of my healing into it.
Interesting.
I want to heal it for 2d6.
Roll your 2d6. I want to see how much healing you give it.
5.
5. Okay. I am gonna say that isn't enough to do it.
Okay.
Unfortunately. She just kind of looks at all of you. It's just kind of confused and is doing everything it can to like kill us so we don't kill it. So
Can
I don't know.
okay? JD is going to cast. Can he get like in front of its eyes, so it can see him?
It would be kind of off the side of the ship at this point.
Just like so it can
But
see
you
him.
could try.
Not necessarily like right in
Yeah.
front of its eyes, just so it can like see him. He runs over to where he's in line of sight, and he touches one of its tentacles and casts Cure Wounds.
All right.
And he's rolling animal handling as he's doing this to try to get it to leave.
Okay.
He
Damn.
heals it for 17, and does that give me any advantage for animal handling?
I'm gonna say with the combined bonus of both of you healing it, I'll give her advantage now. I don't think a 5 was enough, but like that might be enough
Okay.
to get it to listen.
Like the 22.
Natural 20 again. Oh my
Fucking
god.
go.
Oh my god. So Marion looks up and goes. She says something in like this weird like voice that you don't understand. Like it's, I don't know how to describe it. Like a squishy sort of like sound comes out of her mouth. I don't know how octopuses would talk. She's swinging her hands around wildly, using her arms as like tentacle substitutes. And she says, "If Zormash stops holding it, it'll leave."
Zormash, let it go!
And he looks at you sadly. But why?
You won!
Battle's
It'll
over,
go
friend.
away! Let go!
Make a persuasion check on him.
You do that, Hayden. You're way better at that than me.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and just, the battle's over, friend. We have the book, and it wants to leave. 16.
16. He goes, okay, and he lets go of this thing.
Out of combat now, right?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay, I think that's a good place to
Really-
potentially call it.
Really quick, okay. A couple things need to happen.
Oh no, his plan.
So, first of all, I think we just like all recover. We start mending the ship as best we can. What happens there, DM?
Captain Esteban goes and looks at all of you as he's frantically playing battle music on this piano. And he goes, "Marcus will try and hold us as best he can, but we need to get somewhere before the ship falls apart. We got enough crystals, but I don't know if we're going to make it."
We have the cantrips mending. Can we not mend the ship as we're going?
Yeah, you can. It's just, it's going to decrease the DC for getting out of this storm.
Okay.
To see if the ship is going to be blown to pieces.
Okay. We do that. I want to get out of the storm before I do what I do. I have something, but I need to get out of the storm.
Okay. Anybody else going to do anything to help him? Or?
I don't know what I
can
could
also be
do.
mending.
I don't have mending.
I'm just mending. I'm casting that cantrip and just like sticking pieces of wood together and being like, log, fuse. I'm fusing stuff that shouldn't necessarily be fused, but it's kind of like pulling up the ship. I've attached a rope to a piece of wood. It's like a tire swing now.
Krem, you could fly around and like basically keep everything in place, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
I could like lasso pieces of wood together while flying around, but like
Yeah.
that's
dope as shit.
That's what I'll do. I'll just imagine, like, I know pieces are floating, but like I lasso this piece and then I lasso this piece and then I like pull them together as I'm flying around. And that's
Yeah. Kind of like like Spider-Man when he's trying to save that ferry. from
exactly. Think that.
Yes.
I gotta acquire
Yes.
more rope. The next place that we can buy rope, I have to get more.
something. Okay.
So DC lowered. Do we make it out of the storm?
Captain Esteban's going to roll to see if you guys survive.
That's the podcast, ladies and gents, right there.
That's the end.
Yep.
You guys all
Yep.
die.
Yeah.
Hallelujah! I have my next character. I'm being so serious, Andrew. I have a backup character if Krem were to die.
I do not.
Same.
It would just be.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
All right, well,
You rolled a nat 1.
looks like I'm playing a barbarian with a werewolf girlfriend. Let's go.
No! Oh, jeez, no.
I guess we'll find out what happens next time.
Oh shit. Okay, I
Oh
can't.
shit.
I can't do my thing if this is like what's happening, because this is too much of a
So
cliffhanger.
you see, yeah, you guys try and make it out of the storm, but the storm is too strong, and you see Marcus try and hold everything together, but the book slams shut and Marcus disappears, and all the pieces of wood start to get swept away into the ship as you guys all get spun around into the wind.
until we meet again.
He's looking around. He's like, guys, the moon's so big and bright. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, Octopussy. I'm sorry. I apologize.